backstage here at the Beacon Theater in New York City with guitarist Jeff Beck. He's in the final stretch of a joint tour with Brian Wilson of the Beach Boys. Jeff, thanks for joining us.
How are you doing?
Great, great. So a lot of things come to mind when people think of your name. An association of the Beach Boys isn't necessarily one of them.
No.
Maybe you could talk a little bit about how the work with Brian Wilson started.
When you say Beach Boys, the immediate picture conjured up is California Girls.
Well, East Coast girls are here.
The Brian Wilson side of it is Pet Sounds, Smiley Smile, 2020, and all those great albums which contain songs that are not surf songs. And those are the songs that really grabbed hold of me in the 60s, especially Pet Sounds. It's just, it's hard to describe what that music did to me. And you know, the melody being so strong and the musicality of it, that's not just 12 bar, digga, 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 you know. That's great stuff, but
right.
they're more, it transcends way beyond surf into almost psychedelic pop songs. It gave me the vision to make wild sounds on the guitar, you know, because if people could have a pop single that changed key, you know, it was a long, drawn out, whereas 2.5 minutes was the max in those days. This really opened up the whole ball game for me.
You've collaborated with so many artists, young ones, veterans, especially singers. What's your key to working with new people, especially legends like this? You're coming in cold.
Yeah.
You don't have a personality relationship with them to start with.
Well, initially,
what's your approach there?
The first hit is, would this work? Am I going to be able to do anything? I mean, Leanne Rimes. What have I got to do with Leanne Rimes? But when you talk to Leanne Rimes, she asks you a question, you answer it. I like bossy people and positive people and people with great talent, and she's got it. But I would never imagine myself being on a single, let alone in any album track or anything, with a country singer. But if I find a little slot that I think I could do something in, which is different from something else, it's another little avenue I can do. You know, I can exercise some of my styles on.
How does the voice of your guitar blend with the harmonies of Wilson and the other singers? You guys are doing songs together.
Yeah, I think it works pretty well. I mean, there's one of the most beautiful ones is Don't Talk, which Brian doesn't sing anymore. I guess, you know, it's too high range for him. That works well. It's got a very beautiful melody. And
so you essentially sing the lead on the guitar?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the same with Surf's Up. And I play all the little passing notes and some of the incidental vocal backings as well. It seems to be going over quite well. Very pleased.
What challenges still face you on the guitar? What are you still
I'd
trying
love to learn to play it, you know, that'd be nice.
What are you trying to teach yourself?
I don't know what I'm trying to do. I think I've been forced into playing songs that carry a melody because I don't sing, you know. And Al Jardine said to me, why don't you sing? But get a voice trainer and sing, because that'll open up a million doors. I said, because I don't feel right doing it. It was not my vocation was a guitar, and there are people that sing a lot better than I do, with or without the trainer. But he may have got something, maybe if somebody plonked the song that was a Jeff Beck perfect song that would reach people, then I would have a go at it. But even then it would have to pass the stringent rules that I have about voices and whether it would just be justifiable for me to sing or not. I mean, see, when you say sing, you know, I mean, Jimmy never sang. He sort of threw the lyric at you, you know, in a very casual way, but it worked.
So speaking of Jimmy, it was about 45 years ago here in New York where you did a run that he accompanied you on stage, or he showed up night by night.
Uh-huh.
What remains with you about either his personality or his playing?
It's just almost beyond human, really. He whispered. He hardly ever said, and he never shouted, or you had to really have a good hearing to hear
his
that.
speaking voice.
Yeah. Hey, you ready? You know, sort of short sound bites. And I tried to keep up with him for 3 days without sleep. And we'd go to a club, play there, and then he would have breakfast at 4 or 5 in the morning. And then I think we'd go into our separate hotels. I go back to his hotel, we'd play. And then he goes and has more breakfast. And then he's off somewhere else. In 3 days, I thought, I can't deal with this. I didn't really want to get involved in whatever it was that was keeping him awake. And just as we were getting close, a tragedy happened in London. You didn't really, do anything but stand and listen when he was in full flood. And then it was my turn. I had to delve into everything that was in me to match what he was doing. And he knew that I had quirkiness that he loved, that wasn't necessarily anything spectacular, but it would be a different spin on a lick, or I'd maybe slacken off a string and do a sitar noise, and he loved that. And just anything really off the scale was what Jimmy liked about my playing.
Is there still room for innovation in the world of rock guitar, especially?
I think that little old funny shaped bit of wood is still staring me in the face every day, going, "Come on, you haven't started yet." It's infinite. What you can infinitely variable, and especially the Fender Stratocaster was made for me. I believe it was. It's with that whammy bar, you can turn it to pedal steel. You can play rockabilly and jazz. It doesn't have the depth of maybe a hollow body guitar, but it is it's the tool for rock and roll. Nothing they can do to it will make it any better than it's already been already.
I wonder what keeps you from, especially now there's an anniversary upon us, what keeps the collaboration with Rod Stewart from happening? Is it a differing, is it clashing personalities or clashing vision for where it should go?
It's football, his family, him and his manager. Get rid of them, we'll have an album.
Move everyone aside.
No, the side of me that would love to recreate the excitement that was so severely dumped upon in the late 60s. But look, it gave me a career in the guitar. Up front, I'm the front man, I'm not a side man to a singer. And there's a tough decision to make to go back with it. The indication was when he came to the El Rey that it would be a great idea because the audience went absolutely ballistic. They went mad when he came on. And I got a phone call, which he never calls, on the way to the airport going, "Where are you going? This is the greatest thing, have you read the reviews and all that?" And I know him well enough to know it's a waste of time, because I'll go to the studio and he'll be 3 days late because he had to go back east, and I don't do things like that. But it depends on his voice. The whole thing pivots on whether he can sing that stuff anymore. He needs the right material, but can he concentrate long enough to look for it? I'm the one that's doing all the looking. Hey, Spotify, get it.
Spotify.
Spend a couple of months on there, find a song.
Right. Well, Jeff Beck, thanks so much for talking with us.
Was that it?
Have fun tonight.
I thought we were going to get into the punch-up. No punch-up.
We can go. We can keep rolling.